I'm going to be unboxing the Elgato Wave DX, and we're going to take a first look at it here. So let's make sure my overhead camera is on. There we go. All right, so yeah, I've used a lot of podcast style mics, and including like this guy here, the Rode. This is the video mic. Yeah, right there. This is my bent up one, and it's about $100. This guy's similarly priced. Depending on the day you're looking at it. I think I paid 70. And yeah, I'm not going to be testing it out today. I just want to unbox it and get my hands on it. So, I don't know. Let's do it, shall we? Okay, so here we go. We've got this guy here. Let's zoom in a little bit and open it up. I love the Elgato boxes. They slide off nice and easy. Oh yeah. Got the user manual here. Talks about mounting it and positioning it, which is good. Love that. Ooh, look at this. It's in there snug. There we go. All right. All right. Man, they've really got that thing protected. So I was really interested in the way that this thing mounts. Having this one arm on the side actually kind of makes a lot of sense. Let's get this guy off here. Speaking to this end. That is genius. A lot of people don't necessarily know, depending on the style of mic, which part to talk into. Is it this part? Is it this part? They've got a sticker here. That's kind of genius, actually, because that's going to make a big difference in terms of how these mics sound. But this is nice. It's weighted here, right? The center of gravity is here, right? So I think that's going to make it a lot easier to adjust this thing, first of all, and I think it'll mount nicely. So yeah, there we go. Anything else in the box here? We got some papers down there somewhere. Is it maybe the warranty info? There we go. Oh yeah, look at that. Safety info, all the good stuff in a jillion languages. I think that's it for what's in the box, which kind of makes sense. Bring your own cable and all that. Yeah, but let's zoom in. Look at this a little more closely here. It's definitely picking up fingerprints a little bit already. I do like it. So the way that this works, right, is you can loosen this knob here and move it up and down, and you probably keep it like relatively tight and still move it, and it'll just kind of keep its position, which I'm really excited about. Being able to have that really easy to re-aim. And I like how sleek this thing looks, I will say, except for this really bright Elgato logo. I do like the Elgato brand quite a bit, but man, that's a bright logo. It does kind of just look like a symbol, which I guess is okay, but honestly, for me, I might find a perfect little black circle sticker, or maybe use that as an opportunity to do some custom branding, for whatever I'm working on. And then of course in the back here, this is where the XLR jack is. I've got a cable here, so you can just see what that feels like, getting that plugged in. There we go. Just plugs right in there. And one thing that is important to note, this is a traditional mic. It's a dumb mic. There's no USB jack on this thing. This works with, pre-existing mixers and audio interfaces. It's not going to have any configuration in the app. This is just a straight microphone. So Elgato has their own interfaces that you can connect this to, and then you would control that interface. But you're never ever going to do anything on the mic itself. You're always going to do that through whatever you're plugging it in to directly. So yeah, I think that's worth noting. And obviously it does come here with a 5/8 to 1/4-20 adapter. Don't have the right tool. Oh, here we go. That looks more like it. Just get that loose so you can see what that looks like. So it comes with this threaded in there, at least mine did. And this way you can thread it into a 1/4-20, which is that smaller hole, or you could use it with a 5/8. Let's take a look at this adapter. Oh wow, it's pretty long. Yeah. Oh, look at that. Cool. It's a dual. So this is worth pointing out. What I saw here was the 1/4-20, which is this side here, the smaller side. But if you flip it around, you've got a 3/8. So you can screw in a 3/8, like thread this onto a 3/8 inch bolt, or a 1/4-20, or without the adapter, into a 5/8. So you've got, with this one adapter, all the different configurations that you would more than likely have on your stand. So, I don't know. Should we, I've got the Elgato Wave LP here next to me. Right now it's got this Rode mic on it, but maybe we see what this looks like on this stand here. So let's unplug this mic and take this bad boy off. There we go. Almost there. And I'll even show you on this mic the adapter, because I think this is the adapter that the stand itself comes with. So if you have this stand, you'll have some adapter as well. But let's just talk about this real quick. So if we go back over here to the overhead, on the inside of this mic, you'll see this one will accept 3/8 or 5/8, and this is a 3/8 to 1/4-20 adapter. So I would thread that one in here, and then right on the mic arm here, we've got a 1/4-20. And then this guy here lets you adjust. I actually think this is too long. I really don't like how long that is. I get that that's going to make it a little more secure, but oftentimes I have to use this, and I have this ugly gap right there. So I'm going to keep this adapter here inside my Rode pod mic here, my nearly destroyed Rode pod mic. I mean, I'll speak to its quality here. I mean, you can see it's been bent out of shape here, but this thing still sounds great. So, you know, it'll take a beating. You can probably guess it was dropped. All right, let's thread this guy here, though. So I'll leave this 1/4-20 adapter in there. I'll tighten it back up a little bit more. There we go. So this is how it came. And then I can thread this onto this guy here. And it looks quite deep, this thing here. So I'm guessing, especially since this is Elgato to Elgato, it'll go all the way down without needing to use that guy, which is kind of nice. There we go. Look at that. Zoom this out a little bit. So, yeah, just like I was saying, you can kind of position it wherever you want it. I have this knob relatively tight, but it still is nice. It moves, and it'll stay in its position wherever you have it. So if I go back to this view here, there we go. If this were the mic I was using, which it is not hooked up to anything right now, but just to give you the visual, I can have this out towards me here. And what I like about especially this LP arm with this mic is it's coming up from below. You know, I don't have this giant thing coming down in front of my face because I do video, of course, right? And a lot of my clients that I work with also do video. And so a setup like this allows us to have it get really close, good sound without being like super intrusive. I'm using a shotgun mic right now. That's just above me. So this isn't the mic you're hearing. Like I said, it's not hooked up. I will do some tests, though, comparing it to the pod mic as well as the MV7. It's another mic I've got over there I can compare it to for you guys. But yeah, I love this. And so my point earlier, this side looks great. It's just black. It's got this knob. There technically is an Elgato logo there. On this other side, there's this very, very obvious Elgato logo there, and I don't know. I'm not a huge fan of super bright branding. And the way I think about it, right, is I'm setting stuff up for my clients often. I'm building podcast studios, content studios, and I want the focus to be on their stuff, not always having to think about the brands of the different pieces of gear they're using. So in this case, yeah, that bright Elgato logo, not crazy about it. Now, I guess what you could do is if you knew this was a shot, you could flip it. So I could flip the mic this way and turn it around. There we go. So now I'm doing that. And vice versa, if I was this way. But of course, sometimes you're going to have multiple shots. But what point I'm making is you do have options in terms of how you can configure this. And then, bringing it with you is nice, and then you can easily tilt it up and down. You want to give yourself enough slack on your cable there, of course. It appears I do not have enough slack. There we go. Give myself just a little bit more slack. And now, yeah, I can position it exactly where I want it, whenever I want it. So, I don't know. I like that. I think that's kind of nice. I do like how small. I do like how small it is. I'm not going to lie. It's kind of cool because a lot of these mics, I've got a wind cover on my pod mic here, but I mean, just look at the mass difference. Obviously, it's not really fair, but I'm not a huge fan of this silver mesh on the pod mic. So this allows me to, have something that's all black. I could get a cover. Ooh, I wonder if this cover even would work. It looks just a little bit shy, but technically that would work. If you really wanted that sort of cover on here, this is one that was made for the pod mic, but it seems to fit pretty well. There we go. So oftentimes the reason I'll put a wind cover on the pod mic is just to make it black. If you can't tell, I like it black. There we go. Yeah, so there we have it. Let me know what else you want me to test with this thing. I'll absolutely be doing a comparison here to some of the other mics that I have on hand. Yeah, this was fun though. Thanks for joining me for this unboxing. And next, we're going to actually be looking at another Elgato product. I've got here the brand new Wave Mic Arm Pro. This is the new version of this arm. I cannot wait to check this thing out. So we'll have to get that going here pretty soon. All right. That's all I got for now. Thanks so much for joining me to take a look at the unboxing of the Wave DX, right? Am I saying that right? Yeah, the Wave DX from Elgato. Thanks, guys. Catch you later.